Hey guys, I'm here in Cebu City IT Park at Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. And look who I run into. It's Weng.
Always.
How are you today?
I am doing great, Mike. Life is good.
We're going to talk today about how Cebu City has changed over the years as
Yeah.
a city and as the foreigners that come here and the expats, have they changed? But before we get to that point, the name of your channel, it's Weng. But
Yeah.
your name is not Weng.
Yes. It starts with, the nickname. My nickname is Weng. All the Rowenas here are the nicknames are Wena, either Wena or Weng. So I found Weng a little bit cuter. So I choose
Weng's
that. No,
cuter.
my family, my mother used to call me that. Yeah.
So Rwanda is your name.
Rowena.
Rowena
Yes.
is your correct name.
Yeah, that's my real name.
But your friends and co-workers and family all call you Weng.
Yes, because we have nicknames here.
Okay, so I didn't know that. We learned
Yeah.
something. So Weng, how has Cebu City changed since you were a child? Cebu City is, to me, it's changed a lot in the last 3 years. How has it changed over a period of many years?
Oh, it changed a lot, honestly. What I observed with Cebu before, though I grew up in a province and I don't visit here in the city super often, but every sinologue, big events, we try our best. My mother and father try their best to take us in the city. And way back, the Cebu is way smaller, more calmer, and like nothing much going on. It's quieter. But right now, look at all of this condos, bigger malls. There's a lot of malls. And way back then as well, riding a taxi, extravagant. You're rich if you
You're
can
rich
be
to
able
drive a
to ride a
taxi.
taxi. Now, taxi is just normal. And,
Yeah.
there's modern jeepney. Way back, like 20 years ago, just jeepneys. Yeah.
Would you say in the last 10 to 20 years, the biggest change has been transportation in the city and the traffic?
Yes. The traffic is more congested, of course, because
But the growing pains, the
Yes.
roads, it's hard to build a new road in the
Yeah.
city of Cebu.
I agree with that.
And
That's
to
why.
close a road to repair it.
Yeah. It's hard. Every time they close one side of the road, it's built the traffic. So they're trying to fix it in a way, but at the same time, kind of like fixing the problem and making problem.
It makes it
Yeah.
temporarily worse
Yes.
while they're
Yeah.
repairing it. And the traffic control, we noticed driving around today, every intersection seemed to have a traffic control
Yes.
guy.
They're trying their best.
But they're
Try.
standing in that hot sun.
Hmm?
In that
Yeah,
hot
of
sun
course,
all
like,
day
yeah.
long
Yeah.
and trying to control the traffic. And you don't have a lot of people beeping the horns like in the U.S. where it's frustration beeping. Here they beep, watch out, don't hit
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
I'm going to pass you. Here it's beeping to warn people that you're
Yeah.
passing.
Yes, like changing lanes or overtaking, something like that. But could be there's a situation like that frustration, especially here motorbikes do this, do that.
I do that. I drove my
You
bike
do that.
all through town today. I've been riding my bike, zigzagging in and
Yeah.
out, watching the traffic signals.
Mm.
Dumaguete
Yeah.
doesn't have any traffic. We got one traffic light, but here they have the countdown. It's like you pull up to the intersection, it's red, and it's at 99, 98. It's counting down, and the motorcycles are creeping to the front. And then when it gets to like 2, 1, they all just take off. So hopefully nobody crashes
Yes.
the red light.
It's just kind of like crazy here.
Would you consider it chaotic, the driving? Or is
Huh?
it chaotic?
Yeah.
Crazy. Or is it controlled chaos where everybody knows what they're doing?
I think it's a controlled chaos and not that kind of crazy. Like it's not often you see accidents here, even though people it's a difference here. And I think people is know what they are doing while they're driving as much as they can.
I think the big difference U.S. driving and driving here is in the U.S. we have the right of way and we dominate. We're not stopping. We have the right of way. We're here. I think people value their car and their motorbike and their safety. They're worried of damaging their own
Of
vehicle, so they go
course, yeah,
slower.
that's part of it. Yeah, they're more careful because fixing your motorbikes or car here is gonna give you headaches. So, and I think they're just taking care of their stuff too.
Are younger Filipinos looking at foreigners different today than they did 10 or 20 years ago?
Mm.
10 or 20 years ago, I would think a foreigner was really something different. Like all of a sudden, all the schoolgirls would stop and point or whisper, "There's a foreigner walking."
Yeah.
Not in a negative way or perverted way or anything, but just oh look,
Get so much attention.
it'd be
way
like me
back
walking
then, yeah.
back in Cleveland and an 8-foot guy walking by. I said, "Look at that guy! He's 8 foot."
Yeah.
And the girls are saying, "Look at that guy, so white,"
Yeah.
or whatever, foreigner.
Yes. Yeah, like before is like super different. I again, as I was in the province, I saw my cousins, my auntie, some of my cousins got married with foreigners. And oh my God, you know what? Like it's very amazing. Oh my God, like all of the neighbors will gather and look at, oh, that's his husband. Like very exciting, and look at his white skin, something like that. The attention is just so much. But right now, the younger Filipinos, it's again because of social media, internet, and this gadget that they're using, they are more. It's not a stranger anymore.
No.
It's not like, oh, okay, we
Much
know.
more commonplace.
Much more common.
And
I would
accepted.
say that. Yeah.
And accepted going through the province. I always notice now when I drive through the province, there's always an area where the elders sit. It could be the plaza or park, and it'd be some chairs underneath the big tree of
Yeah.
shade. And when you go by them, they all like are looking. But across the way, the girls that are 20 or 30 that are walking, they don't even look at it.
Yeah. But yeah, of course, it could be different in the city and the province too. Honestly, like, and still in the province, you still got that attention.
As a single mom.
Yeah.
And it's well known you're a single mom.
Yeah, famous.
You're
Yeah.
the famous single mom. So we're not telling anything out of school here.
Yeah.
As a single mother raising a family in Cebu, what changes have affected your everyday life the most in the
Again,
last few years? From say, when your children were younger, all in high school or younger.
oh
what
yeah,
changed?
there's a massive change. Like, you know what I noticed? Like, again, let's go. It's always come back to the prices. Money. Like, it's
Cost
make
of
it
living.
challenging because, I believe like, being a single mother, being a parent is not your biggest concern. For me personally, my biggest concern is how I gonna raise my children with a good character and respect to people and kind heart and strong at the same time. So that's already a challenge. But then add is the prices of everything. Before, I remember when they're small, even though they're drinking milk, I can, the groceries is 1,000 for a
Mhm.
week. It's enough. But right now, it is 5,000,
Oh, yeah.
6,000,
I
and the
can't go in the
school,
store
like,
for that,
they're
yeah.
getting big. They have to go to school. Again, yeah, as a single mother, as a mother, that's I can do is like try to fit in the budget at the same time trying to provide the best life my boys or my children can they deserve. And yeah, you just have to be tougher.
Have you
Yeah.
found the influence of foreign, like Nike shoes and Adidas shoes or jeans or certain clothes and toys or electronics from the West that your children want those?
Oh,
Not that they get them, but they
of
look at 'em?
course, they're kind of like, now the children is so like they are being exposed into all of this.
Every commercial on.
Yes, I grew up in the province, no electricity, no TV. We just have this radio and like kind of like, we need a battery to make it like, work. And sometimes the battery running out the battery, my mother have to put it in the sun I don't know why she put it in the sun. And when she put it back, it's more louder. I grew up in that way. But now the boys, my children, like they have cell phones. They're very exposed with how is the world is. They have understanding of what is US, what is the cultures in some other country because you see it everywhere.
Everywhere now.
Social media,
It's on billboards when
internet.
you're driving
Yes,
around
yeah.
Cebu.
Mm,
You know, and just like IT Park, for people who have never been to IT Park,
yeah.
it's a bunch of office buildings, condos, all high rises, very nicely kept, landscaping. We're sitting outside. You can hear the roosters and the dogs and chickens everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And it's just a beautiful area, but people work here.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is the place you come to try, like Ayala Mall, where you try to
Mm,
pick up
yeah.
the girls. Speaking of foreigners coming, when we first met
Yeah.
three years ago in Ayala Mall, we would sit outside the sofa.
I was late. I remember.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
I thought Mary Ann was the one always on time, but
Yeah.
as you get to know people, roles reverse.
Yes.
The as you walk through the social,
Mm.
the guys used to like hound the women walking by, hey you know, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
seemed like, and some girls would avoid going by the social. They
Yeah,
would go,
I'm one of them.
you're
I
one
just,
of,
yeah, I just don't like that social.
is it
Yeah.
still that way in what the term, the expat bubble of Ayala Mall? Do you find that's more of a hunting ground of guys for girls and girls for guys?
Social. Based on my observation, it's not that same as before.
It's less.
Yeah, it's lesser because I think some of the expat too is aware that women that sit in social is not just, as the type of woman they're looking for. This woman is in constant hunting every night, every day. So yeah, I don't think it's still the same as before.
They'll find the girl that's right for tonight there. But
Yeah.
they're not going to find the girl that's right for their life.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. Had that earthquake in
Yeah.
Mindanao. Did you feel that?
Not
No,
sorry.
it was too far away.
Very sorry about that. I don't even know. And then I just saw it in the news.
Did you see the Jollibee collapse?
Yeah, I saw
Wasn't
it.
it-
Like it's
People just got out of there.
yeah, so super kind of traumatic for the people that experienced that.
Do you think the foreign expat is driving the prices up? Or do you think it's just normal prices are going in? Cost of living is going up.
I think part of it is the expat. There's a lot of tourists coming, and part of it it's just naturally like growing right now. See, like it's just everything gone up.
I think things are going up not because of an expat that comes
Yeah.
over here, pays for $5 for a cup of coffee. The foreign investment that comes here to build
Yes,
these
yes,
giant
yeah.
call centers that are here
Businesses,
and
yeah.
everything. So I think prices are going up. Have you noticed wages? Interesting point here on wages. You used to work.
Yeah.
You weren't a retired YouTuber. You used to actually get up in the morning and go to work, right?
Yes, I was a nursing attendant. Yeah.
And have you noticed the wages, have they increased or stagnant?
Oh, it's increased a little bit. That's too little comparing how the prices, the gasoline, the rice, and the vegetables gone up so high. But
The wages have not kept up. The
a
salary
little
has
bit,
a
yeah, a
little bit.
little bit, and I don't think it's reasonable. But what people can do, Filipino people can do, just deal
Live your
with
life.
it.
Just
Yeah,
live your
deal
life.
with it.
Yeah. Is there anything positive that the newer expats are bringing with them here to the Philippines?
Actually, Mike, there's a lot. Expat helps create jobs, support local businesses. There are foreigners that invest businesses here. Yeah.
Helps a little bit with the jobs. One thing I noticed with me and a couple guys I talked to about taxis.
Yes.
Taxis are so cheap. We went from Robinson Mall to New Star Casino last night, 187 pesos.
Mm.
And I give the guy 350. I'm not bringing this a lot of money. It's not a lot of money at all.
Yeah.
It's $6. But he got out of his cab and looked at me and said, thank you. Where, every little bit helps. And foreign influence is that we have expendable income. And if you share a little bit of it, I'm not saying give away all your money,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
give a little bit bigger tips, especially to the transportation industry with the fuel prices so high.
Yes, oh my God, the fuel is crazy. And I'm gonna say this, like, you might think that just $3 or like very little, but not every time there's someone who gonna ride them whole day that
Right.
that will give a tip. Some other good passengers could be mean and not
Yeah, or
you don't know.
or a
Yes.
10 peso tip, a
Yeah.
$2, 200 for the
Yes.
most Filipinos don't tip. It's not,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Europeans really, my understanding is they don't, their
Yes.
culture's not to tip. So it's a Western US Canadian type thing.
Yes, that's why it's very important to be like, you said like, do not give away your money, but think about like how it can give them smile and they will be like appreciated about it because again, not everyone will nice to them, to these taxi drivers and will give a tip, a generous tip.
But when a foreigner is nice to somebody, a waitress, a
Yeah.
waiter, a doorman, the next foreigner that walks in, he's going to be treated nice because
Yes.
you're leaving a good taste in guy's mouth. If you're bitter to this guy and you're nasty to him, he might F foreigners.
Yeah.
The attitude they get about other foreigners is based on their interaction with them.
Yes, that's why it's very important. Yeah, giving a good impression and like, just be
Just a thank you
yeah, thank
to
you.
the maid or
And,
something.
smile and at least like you don't know that person is not having a good
What
day
is
at
it when
home.
they put their hand on their arm? When I walk through the hotel,
Kind of a respect.
Is that like
kind of a respect?
yeah?
It's a gesture of respect.
I see that all day long, and I'm going. So, in your experience, how do you think Filipinos think about the expat community here in Cebu City? Do you think they complain about it, or just accept it, or it's just normal to them?
I think Filipino people is very welcoming. That's part of our culture, and they're happy that foreigners are here. But at the same time, like sometimes it's like because a lot of foreigners coming up here, like the prices get expensive, and the traffic is more congested because too many people coming. But it doesn't mean that we don't like it. We love that there's a lot of foreigners like talking positively about Philippines and wanting to come here. And there's a lot of expats as well that share their experience in the Philippines to their family back home. So it's kind of like they're advertising.
They're advertising
Cebu.
for the
Yeah.
tourism.
Yeah, tourism and the people who have no idea about what is Cebu, what is Philippines. So yeah, I think like overall, it's a good thing. Yeah, that there's a lot of expat here.
Has there been any downside to the increase in foreign residents and tourists?
I don't know. This is just based on my observation. Like because businesses and people that have business in here, like houses, like condominiums, and there's a lot of foreigners coming here. Like it's hard for the locals because
afford?
the prices they make it like same as how foreigners pay. So that's one of the downside I noticed.
I'm part of the downside. I pay too much rent.
Yes,
So no
yeah.
Filipino will
It's hard.
be able to rent that out.
Yeah.
Because the owner tasted the money that I pay.
Yeah.
And they're going to want that.
Yes.
from the
And
next
it's
person.
hard for a normal Filipino that just, unless you're a business man or
But even then, they won't pay that.
Yeah, they won't pay that
They'll own
because
their own house or rent.
yeah, and others will like, maybe because there's so much going on, especially in the city and the traffic, there's so many people coming. The tourists is coming. Sometimes I saw foreigners that together with their whole family. And the people that like it in here invite other friends and, their family to come here. So yeah. And I don't think that's really a bad taste,
There's really I don't think there's any downside to increased tourism and foreigners coming to, as long as the government controls,
Yes.
who comes in and does a better background check of people to make sure the right people
Mm.
are coming in. Not so much the right people, but the wrong people are not coming in.
Yes. And also like, the tourist destination. Like, for example, you go to Bohol, you go to Boal here in Cebu South Park. Like the prices, Mike, the prices is like
outrageous.
$6 just breakfast.
I
If
know.
you're a normal Filipino, like you're gonna think like, oh, this is too much for the Filipino because the tourist spots, they make the price like for foreigners,
It's
not
for-
for locals anymore.
No. I went
Yeah.
by Oslo,
Yeah,
and
that's
we were
why.
going to stop for coffee.
Yeah.
To me, a high price for my latte is like 135 pesos, 150 pesos.
Yeah.
It was 225 pesos
Yeah.
for one cup of a hot latte
Yeah.
at Oslo because people want to go swim with the whales.
Because, because I think the restaurants here and the coffee shop here is the prices is for not for the Filipinos, not for the
Mhm.
locals because most Filipinos are frugal. We just sit in the house, make that coffee 10 pesos worth of coffee, and then it's good. But yeah, it's hard. That's the only downside I've seen.
What do expats often misunderstand about Cebu and Filipino culture when they first arrive to Philippines? What do you think is the biggest thing men that come here misunderstand?
I think some people or some expats think that the Filipino people are a Filipino life is just or being in Cebu is just laid back all the time. But soon they realize when they made it in here, Filipino people facing a lot of challenges too. They have to work hard to provide their family and it's a normal life and they might gonna look at people Filipino people very optimistic, happy, we're vibrant, we're always smiling and very look at the best in life. But yeah, Filipino people is same as some other people too that in the world that need to work and need to provide for their families. Yeah.
I notice I go and I'll ask people who's ever waiting on me. I'll say, "How are you today?" "Good, sir." And I would say, "Really?" And they go, "Well, not really, but
Yeah.
good enough,"
Yeah.
or something of that nature.
Yeah.
They're not going to they're not going to tell you their problems. They're going to do their job and
Yeah.
continue. Looking ahead 10 years from now, what do you think Cebu City will look like? And what role will expats play in the future?
Ah, uh, I must say, like, I can tell that Cebu will keep improving the how it is right now. It's gonna be more like lots of buildings, infrastructures, and now it will improve. But and then and also, I think the expat is the rules is still the same, like making the tourists like more strong. There's a lot of tourists
Bringing
coming
foreign
here.
investment
Yeah.
money in.
Yes, investing the business and stuff like that. And yeah, the cultural change, kind of big change. Like we know Filipino culture, and at same time we know how the other countries' culture as well. Like kind of like cultural exchange in a way.
It's something to really be amazed when you come here, what you can bring as a positive note to people. And you can share ideas of how you do things. You
Yeah.
can't change the Philippines. They're not going to change and do things your way.
Yeah.
But you can share with your partner or friends an easier way of doing something. And if you have skills in carpentry or something, you want to help somebody out, that's great. But you cannot change how the Philippine people work. You can't say, oh, they're digging that ditch over there. It's 7 guys and they're taking 3 months. You've got a backhoe, you'd be done in a day. They're not going to buy a backhoe. They're just going to go at their pace.
And I want to add this, Mike. So
Yeah.
did I cut you off?
Yes, you did.
Sorry. I think no matter what's gonna happen in Cebu in the future, in the Philippines in the future, how me will be improved. I hope like the people will stay warm and welcoming, and the hospitality of the people will not be changed because that's just it. That makes the Filipino people and special and makes the foreigners come here because of the people, like how warm Filipino are, how we embrace the visitors coming here. And I hope that's not gonna change
I
about
think is
Cebu and the
yeah.
Philippines.
I think as long as men have and women have the financial freedom
Yeah.
to come here and live a peaceful, relaxing life,
Mm.
they'll keep coming.
Yeah.
I think when the balance of money becomes
Yes.
equal, then it won't be that. But right now, Cebu has only one problem: traffic. I
Traffic.
think, and I think that's every major city because they've grown so fast.
Yeah.
And everything's centered around certain places like Ayala Business District and over here at IT Park. That the traffic is just very congested. I see us passing right now. Public buses now. They have some smaller public buses with air conditioning
Yeah, that
to
is
replace the jeepneys.
yeah. The modern jeepneys, they
Modern.
call it like
Yeah. But way different. But
Yeah.
thanks for being with me.
Of
It's been too
course.
long. How long
My
has it been?
pleasure.
Been years since we've been together.
We're so busy, Mike. So many things happening to him. So yeah, I let him deal his BS.
Thank you. Thanks,
for
guys.
having me, Mike. Thanks. Bye, guys.